Hey guys, it's Miss K, back with another book review. I'm an English teacher by day. By night, I read a lot of books, and I decided to create a channel to share my opinions on books I'm currently reading with you. If you like my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get alerted whenever I post a new video. And today's book is going to be Priest by Sierra Simone. This is another popular one, blowing up on TikTok, blowing up on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube with other channels. Let's get into it. But first, we have to remind ourselves of the three necessities for any good piece of literature. There are three things we have to remind ourselves in the world of books. One is character. If you do not have adequate character development and a character profile from beginning to end of the book, then your characters will be flat, one note, and they will not act like real people. Two is world building. This is the universe that your characters live in. And the third one can overshadow both of the others if not done correctly. That is style, word choice, and vocabulary. If you don't have the ability to actually say what you want to say, it doesn't matter how good of an idea it is. Doesn't matter how complex character you have. It doesn't matter if the world is the best that's ever been in existence. If you can't say what you want to say, then it doesn't matter. So with those in mind, let's get into today's book, Priest by Sierra Simone. I really like this book. It's a very popular one. It's blowing up on Book Talk right now. It is very spicy. Let's get into it. We have Tyler, who is our main character. This is told from his point of view, and he is a Catholic priest. All right? He becomes a priest in the aftermath of his sister's suicide. When he was 17, he found his sister in the garage who had committed suicide. Now, this suicide was a result of the abuse that she had suffered at the hands of their own Catholic priest years before. Sierra Simone really tries her best to weave together a story in relation to what happened in the Catholic Church a few decades ago. And that can be a very sore topic for people sometimes. So if that's not something that you're necessarily comfortable with talking about, you may want to just be aware of that before you start reading Priest by Sierra Simone. So Tyler becomes a priest because he wants to change the reputation that the Catholic Church has developed as a result of this negativity. However, along the way, he's in his third year of priesthood. He's at a church and doing great, but he falls in love with his parishioner, Poppy. Now, Poppy is a well-bred, well-educated businesswoman who really just wants to dance and is trying to get away from her family in New York, upscale lifestyle, and just be her own person. He doesn't intend to fall for Poppy. He tries his best to fight it, but ultimately they can't help the fact that they feel very deeply for each other. Now, it is a very spicy, very quick romance that erupts between the two of them. However, as I've said before in a previous book review, there is a way to write spice correctly. It is meaningful, it develops Tyler and Poppy's relationship, and it digs deep into the question that Tyler continues to grapple with, which is, do I choose my priesthood or do I choose Poppy? Because he's not going to be able to have both. And so Sierra Simone does not hold back on her spice whatsoever, but it is a meaningful chapter. It is a meaningful book, and it's for a purpose. It is not just sex for the sake of sex, as I have mentioned in previous videos. Tyler wants to fix the negativity surrounding the church, but he also finds himself wrapped up in the scandal with Poppy, and now he's going to have to choose. Is being a priest more meaningful to him than having a life with Poppy? And as he grapples with this situation, word leaks out and the scandal is now in the papers. It's not looking good for him. And so he has to step back and he has to figure out what exactly he wants. This book, more than anything, I think, reminds us that you do not have to be a priest. You don't have to be a nun. You don't have to be a pastor or a minister or anything like that. You don't have to be a missionary in order to live a godly life. You can have sex and a family and be in a relationship and still be a good, godly person. And I think Sierra Simone does such a great job at reminding us that we are all human, we are all sinners. And that's why at the top of all her books, she says something along the lines of, forgive us our sins. Her other 2 books in the series are Sinner and Saint. I'm currently reading Sinner right now. I can't wait to review it with you guys. But they are all touching back on this topic of we are human and we're going to sin. And the idea is that you don't necessarily have to be perfect in order to live a godly life. And I love that message that this book sends. So for this book, my rating, 9 out of 10. Absolutely love it. Cannot wait to share Sinner and Saint with you once I get them read and reviewed. Tell me what you thought about Priest by Sierra Simone in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not? Give me some insight. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you here next week. Bye.
With everybody